Kokedama is a centuries-old Japanese garden art form. It literally means moss ball. So in Māori, it's boro pukohu. It's a mud ball coated with moss which creates a living container for trees or plants. So we're going to bring a little bit of Japan to Aotearoa and make our own kokedama. Let's take a look at what we're going to need. It's really important that we use the right type of soil. E mea nui kia tika te momo one one. So today we're using a soil which is mostly topsoil, this mixture. Now topsoil has a lot of clay particles in it, which means that when it gets wet, it's nice and sticky and it will hold together in the ball shape that we're after. We've also added a bit of potting mix to this. That just adds a bit more texture and also gives it a bit of a nutrient punch. We'll also need some moss, he pukohu. You can use sheet moss, which comes in strips, and cut it to shape, but today I'm using sphagnum moss. Now I've already got it soaking in this water can. We just want to rehydrate it so it sticks nicely to the outside of our ball. For the plants, you can use any sort of baby house plant. Today I'm going to use the little baby tears here, but any plant shop will have a range of really small house plants. They usually include ficus and coleus and asplenium ferns. Any of those will work nicely, but just not succulents or cacti because they need a dry environment and these balls are quite moist. Me whai hoki ēnei, some gloves, ko moringa, he white, and a spray bottle of water and some twine, aho. Kuti kuti also, some scissors. So first, we're going to pile up our soil here on a plastic sheet's good. Right, now make a little well in the centre. It's like baking bread really. So this is where we're going to add our water. Slowly mix that in. This is something that you could get the kids to help with. It's like making mud pies. It's lots of fun. So you just want to squeeze it into a ball. So you can make these in different sizes. I'm just going for a sort of medium size today. I don't think you want to make them too small because they need to be able to retain moisture, and I think the small ones will probably dry out quicker. Right, so once it's all squashed and it's sticky and no bits are falling off, just going to make a little dip in the top, just enough to pop the roots in. So I'm using baby tears today. So just press your plant into the top of the ball. Now it's time to wrap the moss around it. So the sphagnum's nice and wet. The idea is to get complete coverage. We don't want to see any of the soil underneath it. And also the sphagnum's going to make a covering to hold the soil and the moisture. Okay, that looks pretty good. So now we want to get the twine. Cut about 1 metre, I reckon. Now you can start anywhere with this. So just hold the end with your thumb and just start wrapping. So the twine's going to hold the whole thing together. It's going to keep the moss on the ball. It's good to leave the end sticking out because we're going to need to find that to tie the whole thing together. Use your creativity and create a collection. I think they look really nice placed together. Ka pai ake, mena, ka tua kāhui ēnei. So now we need to keep them moist. A spray bottle's really good. You just want to spray them as they dry out. Such a great way to create natural planters. Everything here is biodegradable. So as your plant grows, if it outgrows its pot, I think you could just plant the whole thing into a new container or rebuild with sphagnum moss and twine again outside of your plant.